Thank you, Kevin. I want to join in the praise and celebration of Martin Newhouse's leadership, his example, and his service to the New England Legal Foundation. Martin built a powerhouse team of talented amicus brief writers in Ben Robbins and John Pagliaro, and he worked closely with our head of operations and finance, Maria Karatalides, who has the ability to squeeze $2 of value out of every $1 donation. So I really appreciate the staff's great work and Martin's work in working with them. I also want to thank Paul Dacier, our dinner committee chair, the dinner committee along with Emmy Whitney. And is there anybody here from Raytheon Legal tonight? So I want to, a shout out to Raytheon Legal and Team Raytheon for all of their success in bringing us here together in Boston and virtually. Frank Jimenez represents the very best of the legal profession and of in-house leadership, and he is so deserving of recognition tonight. Frank's leadership stands for what NELF stands for and what we strive for in the legal and business communities. The celebration of free enterprise and all the hope and promise that free enterprise can offer. My thanks to each of you for your support of our mission of free enterprise. I especially want to thank our sponsors for making this night and this recognition of Frank possible. Our mission is free enterprise. We stand for free enterprise and the hope and aspiration of all that it offers in the New England states and beyond. One shining example of free enterprise were three men from Cambridge, Lawrence Marshall, Charles Smith, and Vannevar Bush, who had an idea for a new product leveraging new technology. So they formed a startup company in Cambridge called the American Appliance Company. That company grew and developed new and better ideas and created jobs and value and worth and changed its name to Raytheon Corporation. Raytheon, for light of the gods. It's no wonder that Raytheon started here. We're surrounded in New England by innovation, ideas, optimism, and drive. Our college entrepreneurs, as we speak, are developing the next generation of companies to give truth to the American dream. And we have new Americans, people who come here for the opportunity of free enterprise and the hope of a better future. People like Nick and Bhakti Raval, who came to Massachusetts from India with nothing more than 4 suitcases and the hope for a better education for their 18-month-old son. And Nick got a job on a grocery store and worked double shifts more than 80 hours a week, 7 days a week, saved his money, and he bought that grocery store, and then he bought a liquor store, and another liquor store, and now a Subway restaurant, from nothing other than his belief in the American dream and free enterprise, to work hard and a chance to make a difference here in America. In one generation, from 4 suitcases to 4 stores, that is the promise of free enterprise and why we stand for what we stand for. And Nick and Bhakti's son, that 18-month-old boy that they brought here for a better education, he graduated from Princeton, and he's a graduate student right now at Harvard University in computer science. And Nick is here with us tonight in person as our guest, and Bhakti is online virtually. I want to thank them for their example. We have so many examples. So many veterans have returned back from war. They've come home and they've embraced the ideals and the promise of free enterprise. Kevin Hennessy grew up in the South Shore, a kid on welfare. He dropped out of high school and he was lost in the world. But on 9/11, Kevin signed up for the Marines to take the war on terrorism from Manhattan to the Middle East. And he served his country with distinction. And when he came back home, with the help of employers who performed the patriotic act of hiring a veteran, Kevin learned that he had a talent for numbers. And so he launched Brabo Payroll, a company that today has created jobs for more than a dozen people, including veterans, helped hundreds of small businesses, and generated millions of revenue, all from nothing but a belief in free enterprise and a chance to try. And Kevin Hennessy is with us here virtually tonight, and I want to thank him for his example. Raytheon and Frank Jimenez have held the lantern that will light the way to give the Nicks, the Bhaktis, the Kevins, and the thousands like them a better future. A future of idealism, of work ethic, of optimism, of faith in our foundational value of free enterprise. That's what NELF stands for. It is a value worth standing for, worth fighting for, and worth impressing upon the courts at every turn that it matters. Thank you for standing with us tonight in this effort. Thank you for your recognition of Frank Jimenez and for the difference of being here with us tonight or virtually. With your help, this is only the beginning of our success in this mission. Thank you very much.